I believe that we're at a point now in our nation, in America, in the year 2017, where it's no longer cool to be Republican or Democrat. I'm not saying it's uncool to be Democrat or uncool to be Republican. It's just not cool to associate with one specific party anymore. I think that time has passed. I think because we're so polarized as a nation, what we're seeing, especially with Facebook, if you publicly identify as either or, whether Republican or Democrat, then it's seen that you're automatically against the other party, even if you're not. But typically when people are very vocal about being part of one party, then they typically think that the other party are just a bunch of idiots. Republicans think Democrats are idiots. Democrats think Republicans are idiots. And it just leads to so it gets to the point where there's enough people like me, especially us millennials, we're like looking around, well, I don't want to be part of either of those. They're just arguing with each other. They're not willing to find any middle ground. I don't want to associate with that. I'm more intelligent than that. In the real world, you don't live your life that way. There's compromise in the real world. You can't be so set on one side and then believe that the other half is the enemy, like we're a sports team. It doesn't work that way. This is America. So what I think is in turn happened, it's just not cool to be a Democrat or a Republican anymore. What's cool, what's edgy, what's rebellious is to say, forget that. Forget either party. My allegiance is not to a party. My allegiance is to this country. My allegiance is to be a proud American who's honestly ashamed of what's happening with the political parties. I mean, seriously, the cool thing to do is to be about peace. Even if that means a sense of rebellion. I mean, I saw that in the newest Thor movie. We've seen that in the Star Wars movies. The cool people are the ones that rebel, but in the way that is going to bring peace to the whole anyway. Republicans can't do that. Democrats can't do that. America can, but as long as we're playing tug of war, slinging mud, thinking that the other side of America, which surrounds us, are all idiots, we're all losers at that point. I'm not a loser. Chances are, if you've made it this far in this video, you're not a loser either. You're like me. You're intelligent enough to think, this is all ridiculous. And by choosing either side, I'm ultimately choosing a side that's going to see the other side as the enemy. That's not how you get ahead in this world. It's not cool. If you want to be cool, then you can no longer be a Democrat. You can no longer be a Republican. They're just not cool anymore. I mean, by default, Donald Trump was cooler than Hillary Clinton. By default, he was cooler. He seemed to be the more rebellious guy. And I guess that he won the election because he seemed to be cooler. But what's cooler than both candidates is saying, forget both parties. I'm done with that. I'm more intelligent than this, and I'm cooler than this. I'm cooler than the concept of identifying with one political party. I'm done. I'm proud to be an American, but I'm ashamed to be a Democrat. I'm ashamed to be a Republican. I'm proud to be intelligent enough to see past both sides and see that we can do this, America, but we got to give up choosing one side and seeing the other side as a bunch of clowns.